You don't know the power of the dark side.
But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of time. If one only remembers to turn on the light.
The beacons are lit, city! The beacons are lit!
Night gathers, and now my watch begins. It shall not end until my death.
Remember it well, then, this night.
For in those memories, we live on.
Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
Call the banners.
All of them, my lord.
They've all sworn to defend my father, have they not?
They have.
Now we see what the words are worth.
But take heart. Look around you. You're not in this fight alone. We face our enemy together. And together, we will defeat them.
By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you stand! Men of the West!
Man, I tell you what, I love that thing more and more every time I play that.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
That is so much fun.
Heck yeah. Could you humor me and explain what the Witan means?
So the Witan was the name of the early Parliament. So Alfred the Great, prior to the Norman invasion in 1066, landholders were called ealdormen, and the ealdormen would assemble in Winchester and discuss business of the land. And so
did they make scrolls?
Do what?
I said, did they make scrolls?
Sure.
Elder scrolls. Anyway, keep going.
Way over, so far over, I can't even see it.
Sorry, that was over my skis with that one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, so elders.
So
landowners.
the landowners would come and they would discuss the business of state and defense and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And they'd pass laws, and the body was called the Witan.
I see.
And
I
a new ealdorman has shown up. Rollo.
Hello.
Wow. With that.
That is the closest to on time that I have ever seen.
Hey, I got out of work earlier today.
Nice.
Well,
Good deal.
later, but I got home quicker because it's pouring, so no one was out.
It's raining for you
that's
too.
It's the only thing about it getting dark early that I don't like. That there's still a lot of people on the road, and so driving around can be hectic. But I
Deer
love
can
when it's
sneak up on
dark.
you,
It
too.
makes me feel less I'm gonna say objectified, less it makes me feel like everyone else is having to deal with what I normally deal with, with it being dark.
Right.
Being a nocturnal fellow myself.
Indeed.
Right, because driving over to the computer on the other side of the room is such a commute.
It so is. How's everyone doing today? John Graber, the greatest space jockey there is, Crimson Law, Spud, and Roland.
Hey.
How's everyone doing? Dog, Rollo, thank you for coming.
Fantastic.
We've got a couple other people that may be showing up. Daimyo is currently sitting in a theater watching Napoleon.
Lucky.
And it
It'll come out tomorrow.
should be letting out in
Today
about
as well?
20 minutes.
Nice.
Assuming it started on time and all that. I know he was having issues with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to be seeing it this weekend, hopefully.
Yeah.
I think I might have to go see it.
I I'll just start by saying it's not really Scott's best work.
Have you seen
Oh
it?
no.
I went at 3:00 today to see it.
Okay.
The fear of them cucking him is not true. They definitely don't. There are aspects that are really cool, and we'll get into that when Daimyo gets here if he does.
How's the acting?
But there's just I was watching who was it? Vets Talk put out a video earlier today, about an hour ago, I think, about it. And he made a really good point. Why would you make a $200 million docudrama movie about Napoleon?
Right.
It's just how are you going to recoup that money? Now, the good thing is my theater was packed. Like it was one of the smaller theaters in that what's the group of theaters called?
Cinema?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. It was one of the smaller theaters in that cinema, but it was packed, and everyone that was walking in over the age of, let's say, 12 was there for that movie. There were 20-year-olds in that theater, there were 30-year-olds, there were 60-year-olds. Everyone was there for that. Now, what was really interesting was there was families walking in, and the kids were really excited to see Wish, which surprised me for a bunch of reasons. One, it doesn't look great, and two,
you mean the Black Girl and the Goat movie? It's what they're calling it.
I don't know who they are.
A lot of people on the internet, they're like, "What's the movie about?" I don't know. I guess a black girl and a goat. That's
interesting.
Have you seen the trailer? It doesn't tell you what the movie's about.
I have not seen the trailer.
It does not.
I didn't even know about this movie whatsoever.
Yeah. It's So I don't really have anything to say about it. I just found it very interesting that there were a bunch of kids that looked kind of like they would normally be seeing good movies. Like I don't know how that's a weird thing to say, that you assume these kids are sitting there seeing good movies when you see them in a ticket line. But I don't know.
I mean, there is no kids movie out right now, though. So, like, if you really need to just
I assumed they were there for Trolls.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Because you could. That's it, though. Right now, we have there's
Hunger Games
and Wish. Hunger Games.
Oh, is that out already?
Yeah, that's not a little kids movie though.
So this is what's funny. I actually think I'm gonna go see that on Friday.
Hunger Games.
Normally, what I try to time my movies to see like 4 of them in a day, and obviously with doing this today and with the way that some of the times played out, I couldn't see multiple today. But
Crimson
what was really cool,
absolutely right?
Yes, Crimson. Show them Atlantis too.
Ooh, good call.
So that's the I've never seen.
You've never seen it, have you?
Nope.
What,
dude? And the Netflix show is so good. Too.
I'm not a kid.
It's so good.
You don't have to be a kid to watch it. Just like Atlantis.
No, it's fantastic. Well worth your time.
So, Caleb, I have a question for you. Do you think that Napoleon's theater was packed because of? Do you think that the fact that Scott's name is tied to it and Javier Bardem are both tied to it?
Who the hell is Javier Bardem?
Joaquin Phoenix. Sorry.
So I think it was a combination.
Yeah,
I think it's a combination of events. I think it's a combination of. I think people are starting to go back to the theater. I don't think it's to the same state that it was, 3-4 years ago. Definitely. But I think people are starting to go back. I think it's Ridley Scott, it's Joaquin Phoenix, and it's Napoleon, and it's Thanksgiving week. So I think there's a lot of things that are driving. This isn't gonna be a success. They're not gonna make, it's not gonna make $700 million. It's not. It's probably gonna make 380. They'll either break even or they'll be just below. A couple people are gonna get nominated. The art director and costume designer is definitely going to get nominated for an Oscar. I am extremely impressed with the cinematography in the movie. I am extremely impressed with the use of extras and the lack of volume. I'm very happy that
the trailer looked like they didn't really use that.
Yeah, it's very easy to watch it and believe, wow, they got 30,000 people here to film this. It's very easy.
So like Battle of Paranor Fields level of like, wow,
million people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Crimson. But yeah, I see it the same way that I see what's it called? What's the game that just came out? Bethesda, Starfield?
Starfield.
Yeah, I see the same thing as Starfield. Starfield was a solid 7 game. And the community is going to make it a 9.5 with their mods. This was like a 6.5. There's stuff I would have done differently. I wouldn't have focused on Josephine as much. It does focus a lot on Josephine.
I wonder if it's because she's a woman.
It didn't feel like that.
Oh, okay.
So the thing that you've got to remember about Napoleon is he loved Josephine. He was infatuated with her. He loved her. He divorced her to make an heir, and he still kept her as the empress. What's up, John?
What's up, John?
Well, there's definitely 2 of them. I'll let you decide who the 2 are. So his last words were France, the army, and Josephine. So he loved her. The movie does not, in my opinion, Daimyo may think differently, but the movie does not make it look like he did all this for her. It doesn't make it look like she sat there and directed everything. It doesn't. So I'm very happy about that. It uses the letters, which I found very interesting.
Nice. That's a good little tidbit.
But yeah, and I mean we'll talk more about that when Daimyo gets here, because we have some really fun stuff to talk about right now.
Ooh.
This is we got some really, really big news today. And this is probably going to directly affect all of us for a decade. Like
is this what I'm thinking you're talking about?
This stuff,
yes.
This is probably the biggest news in the history of news. Like it's such a big deal.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or you're talking
big news is that water is wet.
Oh fuck.
Real quick though.
That's pretty good.
I had one more question about Napoleon before we move on. So I brought up, I think one of the last streams that there was a critic that was claiming it was like super comedic.
Uh-huh.
Was that the case?
Sundowners.
Oh Christ. No, but I could see why he said that. And this may just be, the fault of casting Joaquin Phoenix after his big thing with the Joker. But there were several times that Napoleon laughs or he kind of goes a little crazy about something.
Actually laughing.
That I was just sitting there going, okay, I'm watching the Joker. Like it just there's a little bit of stuff that Ridley, as the director, should have changed. He should have sat there and said, look, you're acting a little bit like you did in 2019. You need to, I want you to react differently.
Yeah. Okay.
But still overall, like I'd still tell people to go see it. It's still a beautifully looking movie. And to quote someone we all know, it's a fun movie. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't call it a fun movie. But yeah, so this big news.
Watch.
So real quick before that, I have one more thing I want to say. So you said that the cinematography was great. But I expect that with Ridley Scott because none of his movies genuinely look, even if it's a bad movie, like, and I like Prometheus, but I know a lot of people hate Prometheus. It still looks good. Still a good looking movie, but the story's not there. And I get that. So I always expect his movies to look good. It's just, where's his writing going? You know? So I'm interested to see how well this does.
And what bugs me is as dumb as an idea as I think it is to make what's that thing? Number 2. The Gladiator 2. This, my reaction to Napoleon makes me even more worried about
who's doing Gladiator 2? Who's doing Gladiator 2?
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
Ridley Scott.
It is Ridley Scott? Okay.
Yeah.
About.
But let's move on until our good buddy Emil gets here.
Emil.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about this dumbass. The Kentucky Fried Chicken wraps, 2 for $5.
We're back. Biggest news. It's gonna change the next 10 years of our lives.
Dave Filoni gets a big promotion at Lucasfilm, expanding his role within Star Wars. He'll be even more of a creative force within Star Wars now. And we'll get into this. One of the things that sucks the most about this, though, is I think it's in this article. If not, I'll have to find it. But there's a quote from Filoni on basically what this means, and it sounds terrible.
Sundowners and
actually, this is what I want. I want the Vanity article.
Oh god.
Universe shaking changes after Ahsoka. Yeah, I wish.
I think
they consider that.
Look, Filoni is terrible, but come on now.
Ahsoka was
hyperbole much.
Ahsoka was a universe-shaking change for Star Wars. Like, anyone can have the Force now. That is, what do you mean after Ahsoka? That is Ahsoka as a whole, that show.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Hang on, let me zoom in here.
To be fair, I liked all the characters in
they've clearly coded their website to make it very difficult for streamers.
Oh, probably. They're Vanity Fair. They don't like us.
Okay, so Dave Filoni has a new mission in the Star Wars universe after guiding Rosario Dawson's force-wielding heroine is the correct word, to distant celestial realms in the first season of Ahsoka. The writer, producer, director who started out working alongside George Lucas on the animated Clone Wars show nearly 2 decades ago has ascended to a new position at Lucasfilm, one that will give him input into all the galactic storytelling going forward. The thing that scares me the most about this is
Ahsoka will be in everything.
Well, that. Yeah. But
so will Sabine.
She is on her way out. And he is getting promoted. So it terrifies me that he's going to be in charge of Lucasfilm one day.
Caleb, didn't we read this article like 2 years ago? like with the same things. It's like Filoni has been promoted to this, that, change everything. Like, did we not see
parallel
copy and paste of this article like 2 years ago? And nothing's changed. Star Wars still isn't better. Star Wars still hasn't changed. The only good thing we've gotten, and I know a lot of people hate it, is Andor. And I will stick by that.
That's fine, but Andor is not Star Wars.
Yeah, no, but it's actually a competent product, is what I'm saying. And it didn't feel like Star Wars, but the only thing they can come up with is something that doesn't feel like Star Wars that's competent. You get what I'm saying? The only competence thing that they can make is something that doesn't even feel like Star Wars.
Yeah. Now, can anyone do a Filoni accent?
I can. I'll do a Filoni accent.
And the balls need to drop just a little bit more.
I can do a Filoni accent.
No, that's Cartman do Michael Jackson.
Put a chicken in maker. Fucking kills him.
Now I'm what's called Chief Creative Officer at Lucasfilm. In the past, in a lot of projects I would be brought into, I would see it after it had already developed a good ways. In this new role, it's opened up to basically everything that's going on, Filoni says. When we're planning the future of what we're doing now, I'm involved at the inception phase. And the thing that's the worst about this, and actually, let me see if I can't pull it up. There was a what's his name? Voice of Darth Maul.
Sam Witwer.
Yes.
I win.
There was a video or an interview Sam Witwer was giving with somebody. I have no idea who it was. Which is probably going to make this difficult to find. But he, in it, he kind of talks about how he was doing the voice for. He was doing a voice for an audiobook. I think it was a Maul book or something.
I think he did the audio for.
I sent it to X-Wing. Hang on, let me come over here and find it. He was doing a voiceover for a book about Darth Maul, and they're doing something wrong, and he gets kind of concerned, and so he calls Dave and is like, "Hey, this concern they're changing something from how from what we did in."
I saw this.
Clone Wars. Should I tell them? And Dave basically says, all this kind of stuff, it's really like a campfire where, this guy heard the story this way, and then he meets another guy that actually heard the story this way.
Yep.
And that infuriates the shit out of me.
Me too. I heard that exact same thing. Was it for the Ahsoka novel?
I actually don't know.
It might, because Maul's in the beginning of the Ahsoka novel.
Bro, Crimson Law's last comment.
I know.
About wanting to cry.
I know, dude. I saw it.
No, he's just really good at making coffee.
Oh,
is that what they call it nowadays?
Do you guys remember when we revered this guy?
Yep.
Dave Filoni? Yeah, I mean, well, so what the funny thing is, because I didn't. Oh, hang on. Is this it?
I would rather that Sam Witwer get a good place in the actual arena there, because he knows Star Wars and he's a fan of Star Wars the way that we are. He has come out so many times telling them they're doing things wrong. That's why they'll never hire Sam Witwer.
Because it's worrisome, his view on the sequel or the sequels.
Mm-hmm.
That has me worried because I don't know if he just for his job's sake doesn't want to shit all over it, which very well could be, but I don't know, the way that he was telling
You
theory,
talking
like
about
I
Sam?
thought. Huh?
You're talking about Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I think that he was just worried because he knew what channel he was on. I think if you were to meet Sam in person, you could probably get completely different, because he was the one who was pushing for Starkiller to actually be canon and stuff, and just do that story as a show and still have Starkiller die at the end, but like do it as a show because it would be good.
Yeah,
it makes sense. Like, and
be canon too, or be like Legends.
Dude, you could make that story canon, and then have it end the same way. It would still fit in. Just don't have him come back as the dark side version of himself and kill Luke and Obi-Wan and all. Like cut that out because that's all DLC anyway. Like, but if you were to do the actual show of Vader's Apprentice, like, yeah, it's DLC, which is also TLJ, but.
So KK's out the door, huh?
I mean,
nope, not going to believe it. She says herself.
What's the last thing you heard from Kathleen Kennedy?
She's going to make some sort of video where
Kathleen Kennedy has not appeared in public as the head of Lucasfilm since Indiana Jones 5.
She was at Star Wars Celebration. So
did South Park help propel this even more though?
Probably. I have a feeling that there's no way that her egotistical ass is gonna just leave silently. She's gonna make a video.
No, she's gonna finish out her contract. She's gonna get the big party thrown for her by Disney, and then she's out.
Now she's gonna make a video that gets posted to the Star Wars channel official, and it's gonna be thanking everybody for how much support she's gotten and all this other. Because she's going to make herself look really good before she leaves. And it's going to get ratioed, but it's going to happen. They're going to make some sort of congratulations video or retirement video or something. They're going to do it. Then we'll know that she's actually out. But they did the same thing with Bob Iger, and he came back. So.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I have this means that go down the rabbit hole with Sam Witwer.
I wonder if this means that that I see Jon Favreau's name in bold there.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's going to really affect the direction of Mando even more so than it already has been. Because I don't think that's the direction that he wanted to go.
So okay, let's get back to this. I was trying to find that video, but I described it well enough. Let's see. Filoni will now work directly with Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy and alongside Carrie Beck, a veteran producer turned head of development, to originate and shepherd the next generation of Star Wars shows and movies. Now, remind me, does anyone remember who Carrie Beck is?
No. Take a break and plan.
Carrie Beck is executive producer for Ahsoka.
Oh, great.
Bad Batch, Mandalorian, Tales of the Jedi. Okay.
Oh, she was a writer on Clone Wars back in the day, I believe.
Yeah, she wrote on Rebels, All Stars, and Resistance.
The hell is All
Head of development and production streaming for Young Jedi Adventures, Tales of the Jedi, and Star Wars Resistance.
Yeah, so she was like the Kathleen Kennedy to Dave Filoni's Spielberg. Like, she was there during Clone Wars and stuff, but she wasn't really doing much except for grabbing coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really understand.
And then they brought her up and moved her into all these different positions and stuff when Disney took over. I do remember hearing Ryan Kennel talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't really seem qualified, but I don't really.
She's not if she worked on Resistance. I didn't even watch 20 minutes of that first episode. It's fucking terrible.
After spending many years involved in the creation of Star Wars animation, including the Rebels series, he became increasingly involved in live action as producer with Jon Favreau on The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett. In this new role, it's opened up to basically everything that's going on. I already said that stuff. the news comes a little over a month after the conclusion of Ahsoka, an 8-episode Disney Plus series that explored how Dawson's Jedi grappled with her legacy of being trained by Anakin Skywalker, the mentor who became the galactic tyrant Darth Vader. Due to the long run of Howard Strikes, neither Filoni nor Dawson were able to speak about the show when it debuted.
Oh yeah, she really grappled with that.
Yeah, don't really care. Bordizzo, who played Sabine,
Natasha Lee Bordizzo,
said, "You just learn a lot from Dave in general, I think. I know that he's traditional in the sense of how he learned so much from George. He has these pillars of storytelling that are dear to him, and then everything else can be untraditional. So what are the pillars?" I don't know. I'm concerned. This all
I don't know. I don't think he has pillars.
No, he doesn't, because he literally takes things that he has put in canon and just said, "Nah, never mind."
And he does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, he does not have pillars. His pillars are in his head of Ahsoka needs to be in everything. The Force is whatever the hell I make it, and I can do whatever I want with Star Wars.
He doesn't even stick to his own, let alone
So,
George.
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like he is in second in command now. He is the end all be all, answerable only to Kathleen Kennedy. And what does he say? "I'm not telling people what to do." Well, that's your job now, dude. You need to tell people what to do. Yeah. You are the keeper of the vision. You are the person appointed by God to control the universe. And you're not going to tell people what to do? That's why the comments from that dumbass Taika Waititi last week saying my movie's going to piss off Star Wars fans is so bad. Because the second he said that, he should have received a phone call from Dave Filoni that said, "Yo, that first off, fuck you. That's a really dumb thing to say. Second off, we're going to be talking about your movie now, because if you think that's going to happen, that is not happening under my watch."
He's going to be like Rian Johnson 2.0, dude. He's going to go back and do something.
Okay, I don't think he's going to be that bad.
It will be if he's doing the creation of the Jedi and he makes it a comedy.
No, Taika Waititi's not doing that. The other guy is.
Okay, well then
maybe Five Guys doing that one.
He wants to do something with like Old Republic or something before or after the movies, but either way, like that does not fit in Star Wars.
No, Filoni's doing the Mandoverse wrap-up movie.
Yeah, Filoni's doing Mandoverse. Yeah. The other guy, Mangold, is doing Jedi, and Taika Waititi is doing the Rey movie, I think.
Well, that's already going to be a joke, so it doesn't really matter.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, like the Rey movie is already going to be a joke, so who cares? Finn's just going to run around and be there.
James Mangold is doing the movie that tells the creation of the Jedi.
Don't touch that shit. And the main character was the first Jedi is going to be a strong female.
No, I'm actually looking forward to that. I think it could be pretty good. I know he really fucked up Indy 5, but he's got some good shit on his
I agree.
credits. I think he could do a good job.
Didn't he do something else that was really good recently?
Yeah, it's
he wasn't the guy who did No Way Home, was he?
Logan.
He did Logan, that's what it was.
Yeah, Mangold did Logan, Walk the Line, and he was the producer for Ford versus Ferrari, which was one of the best movies of 2019.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yep. Oh, he also did Greatest Showman. That's weird. I'm just looking at his
I agree with the Salty Inferno.
Yeah. So that's the thing. You know, there's so much of this this conversation that's really rumor based, because not only, I mean, with a lot of other studios, they'll kind of be honest about it, where they'll just be like, Wow, I was spot on the money. Daimyo
Yeah.
just DM'd me. He just got out of the movie. I not say
Yeah.
like holy crap. I was
Yeah.
spot on the money there.
Stars.
Yeah,
Right.
so Waititi, I don't think the movie's actually going to happen. The only one that I think is definitely going to happen now is the Mandoverse movie. Since he's in charge now, he is going to wrap up his story and make sure that all of his characters survive. And if he's smart, just kind of thinking about this from a lawyer perspective, if he's smart, he'll kill off Favreau's characters so that they can kick Favreau out. But that's just if Kathleen's around long enough to order that.
I don't even think that Favreau's there anymore, to be honest with you. I think
Favreau has creative control over his characters.
Yeah.
If he had creative control over his characters, then Cara Dune would still be here.
He has creative control over his characters, not the actors and actresses. So
he could
that's
cast
why
if he wanted to.
Yeah, that's why we don't know what has happened to Cara Dune yet, because he has not decided what has happened.
No, Pedro Pascal's apparently out, isn't he?
That's what one rumor video said. The other rumor video said no.
Well, my source is like 0, so. Carson's taking over Disney.
He continues with literally hours now of Star Wars storytelling I have done. See, I even see, this is why I need someone that can do the Dave Filoni accent. But I do feel I'm trying to help them tell the best story that they want to tell. I need to be a help across the galaxy here, like a part of the Jedi Council almost.
You're not, buddy.
Well,
don't say that now. Anybody can have the Force. He very well could be.
That's true. He described his responsibilities as understanding the intent of the filmmakers and being a resource to them, based on his mentorship under Lucas himself and his years spent steering the Clone Wars Rebels and Ahsoka. You know what I love about this? He was also in charge of the Resistance, and they never mention that show.
No, they don't. Oh, look, yo. Roman and Maximilian. What's up, guys?
What's up, Archie? What's up, Matt?
Yay,
Star Wars is saved. Yay.
Star Wars is saved.
Is that literally hours now of Star Wars storytelling I have done?
That does not sound like
I even phrased that like Yoda. Is that phrased like Yoda?
Is that proper English? But it's not just literal hours. It should be literal days. You've been doing it since 2007. Weeks. Months.
I don't think that's
okay.
Yoda.
I see a phrase like Yoda.
You do?
Literally. Hours of Star Wars storytelling I have done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to hear it.
Yeah, I guess so. At Star Wars Celebration fan convention this past spring, a number of new projects were announced. Yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah, Roman, we just mentioned that I thought Dave was already in control. See, I just said, didn't we read the same article from like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Filoni will continue developing his film as well as exploring a possible second season of Ahsoka while serving in his new position. To quote, truly help filmmakers. It was really important for me to experience it firsthand. Okay, well, sure. I'll agree with that. In order to be able to help a director, you need to have directed. I can also lend a perspective on the challenges that telling these stories will present. I feel more capable of actually being helpful outside of just saying, well, Jedi are like this and Sith are like this. Sure. No, I totally agree. You'll definitely be a lot more helpful because you don't know what Jedi or Sith are like at all.
Salty Inferno's comment in chat.
Yep.
That's exactly it. If you got the story group, maybe I'll be a little bit more in your favor.
Yeah, so he is. I wish I remembered what his title was, but it is definitely a promotion.
Creative producer.
He was creative executive producer.
Yeah,
that was the last article I read a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's now in charge of the creative arm of Lucasfilm. Well, no, shit, that's what it was. Hang on.
Yeah, that's literally what it was. Creative executive producer.
Hang on.
Said 2 years ago.
So that's what it is. He
So now he's finally stepping into it.
The Salty Inferno. The
only Dave remains.
Only Dave remains. So he was in charge of creative at Star Wars. He is now in charge of creative at Lucasfilm. That's what the promotion is. He's now second command of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, not just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they
Jones with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Woo!
No, it's not.
I said he could make another.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Okay, where were we?
I don't know. Hayden Christian. Well, we didn't. Yeah.
There we go.
No, we're right here.
Let's see. All the titles from Star Wars Celebration are still in the books. Okay.
Yeah, so was Rogue Squadron for 2 years.
Great, more shows. Yay.
Including a historical epic about the early origins of the Force from Indiana Jones and now from Okay. I'm still excited for this. I still think it has the most promise of all the projects that they announced. And at least it's still a fucking movie. Daisy Ridley's Rey. I think that is the biggest one that's not happening. The Acolyte set in the fake High Republic era. Okay, so here's the thing. This says about a century before the Star Wars story fans first encountered in the 19. Okay. What happened to 200 years before Phantom Menace?
Yeah, interesting. So now we're in Darth Bane time?
No, it's way before that.
100 years.
Oh, sorry.
But the original timeline was 200 years before the Phantom Menace. And now this is 82 years before the Phantom Menace.
Well, maybe that makes Plagueis more.
Yeah, so maybe they really are going to do something with Plagueis.
I think they probably will mention him. If we see him, it'll be a young Plagueis. But do you notice up there was no mention of when they said upcoming Star Wars shows? Did you see a mention of Andor season 2? I didn't, or Mando season 4, because those are both upcoming Star Wars shows as well.
Caleb, scroll down just a little bit.
Hang on 1 second.
Those are both upcoming Star Wars shows as well. They're not mentioned. They're only mentioning the 2 that we know nothing about.
That's because these are the 2 that are finished. These are the 2 that they're done with them. They just have to schedule for release. They're not done with Andor season 2, and I don't think they've started Mando season 4. So
they were working on Andor before.
Right, but they're not done with it. What are we looking at?
I can't believe he's wearing a fucking mask.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Like, still?
Really? You can't believe
It? Don't forget, this show was filmed in like 2020. So.
What?
Not saying it was smart.
No, it was like 2022 that it's filmed.
Ahsoka was filmed
the writing was going on, but the filming was happening in 2022.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I know that.
Balls, Dave.
I know that if Sundowners or Salty Inferno are still in the chat, they'll know. Oh, look at that! Filming began early. Oh, it's Mando season 3 that was filmed in like 2020, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, because Favreau had Favreau had the whole face shield on.
Did he really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's old photo. There's the katana blades that shouldn't be katana blades.
The only one who had the closest thing to katana blades was Ventress, and hers made sense.
As president of Lucasfilm, Kennedy will continue leading the overall company, and Beck's role will involve recruiting other storytellers into the Star Wars fold, while Filoni weighs in on a narrative level.
Oh, great! So she's gonna be the one, the one who is a producer on Star Wars Resistance is gonna be the one picking up writers. That's great.
I think this is all just about Ahsoka.
Still got a mask on.
I hate the way she was holding the sabers backwards.
All right, that I agree with. Salty Inferno, a Ventress show with Quinlan Voss about the Dark Disciple book would have been sick.
I am so
at least another season of Clone Wars with that.
Yep,
would have been great.
Would have been.
I don't
awesome.
think we need a live action of that, but
no, but doing like a whole show about Dark Disciple would have been so sick. Ventress is an awesome character, and they did not do enough with her. They did her better in the Tartakovsky Clone Wars, and like the comics that came after that from Dark Horse than they did in actual Clone Wars. They like built her up in season 1 and 2, and then barely used her until like the Night Sister arc.
Absolutely, Matt, 100%.
Okay, hang on.
Oh yeah, Karen Gillan, yes.
I'm gonna need y'all to hold the fort.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I was on it. Can't say I wasn't.
I'm holding it from the bottom.
I'm shoving my face.
Keeping the pillars there.
But is there any possible chance that this could be okay once people over him get out of the way? Do you think he will resort to just focusing on making good Star Wars, or do we think that Filoni is a bigger part of the problem than others?
I think we're just gonna have to find out, man. Like, because as of now, we haven't been able to pinpoint whether or not it truly was his fault and shortcomings that have caused some of these problems. Right. Because Bad Batch on its own and Tales of the Jedi on their own, like, yes, is there filler in Bad Batch? Is there some stupid episodes? For real, yes, there absolutely is. Tales of the Jedi, was there too much Ahsoka? Yeah, you could tell he did that. But the Dooku episodes were sick. And I actually quite liked the first Ahsoka episode and the Ahsoka training episode that was like 10 minutes. Just because I liked seeing, like, you know, a different world with Togrutas living on their own. And then I wish they had showed Plo Koon come and pick her up at the end, which would have been sick, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So I feel like he has the potential to make really good stories. But then again, you also have Yaddle getting crushed by a door, which was stupid, and then being fine. That's dumb.
So, Great Pilgrim, I'm not trying to hold out hope. I'm just posing the question that
I think now
is it even remotely possible that KK and other executives above his position are corralling him to make certain decisions that we're not the biggest fans of?
Oh, that's absolutely.
Or is that on his own will and he completely agrees and is on the same page and maybe even taking a step further than they would?
Yeah, so I agree with that one.
What I'll say about that.
Okay.
We know that Dave Filoni is a goldfish. He grows in whichever fishbowl he's in. When he was working under George, he was better.
Even before that, look at
he still changed a bunch of stuff, and he still refused to take criticism, and he still threw a fit, and he still called fans dumb and all that shit. Now, would I rather that Dave Filoni be the one that's controlling shit and making stories. Yes, because it was a better Dave Filoni. When KK goes and whether or not that whole thing from months ago about when she leaves, most of the storyboards leaving as well to go play in the sandbox with her at her weird company she's going to try to make. If all that happens, I think there will be better stuff, but better than what we have right now is not great. It's fine.
Right.
So I think we're going to get to the point where it's more like, well, that was okay. Sure happy that I didn't go spend $45 at the movie theater to see that. I'm glad it was just on the,
wait a second, movie theater, Star Wars movie theater? What?
Yeah, that
right. Yeah.
What does that?
But the reason I disappeared there for a second is I wanted to read this article more because, as you can tell, I definitely did read the article prior to pulling it up. But he's got this lovely quote here where he's talking about how he decided what was going to happen in Ahsoka.
Oh, and God.
He's basically sitting here saying that in Star Wars, there's too many starships. There's too many people traveling. You get a signal out, and I think you could have found them if they wanted to be found. I had to really throw them far afield, which is a really dumb way of saying I had to push them out.
Right.
So that alone makes sense. Of course, you need to have them end up really far away.
Right.
What doesn't make sense is he goes, by the way, George Lucas created the idea of other galaxies. There's this scene in Attack of the Clones when we're looking at a map of our galaxy and, we see these other galaxies off to the side.
When?
All that screams of, and Salty and Sundowners will know what I'm talking about here, is the worst of Game of Thrones fans. When we'd sit there and we'd see this little thing in the corner of the screen and we'd go, oh, this is what this means. This is the fan theory that in the headcanon that's going to change the world.
Yes,
and
sir.
Then you end up sounding like a complete idiot.
Or upset that your fan theory wasn't true.
Wait. So, I just don't see how that makes sense in the context of what we're trying to do with Star Wars. Like, there is an Attack of the Clones. Like, when did we see another galaxy in Attack of the Clones?
So what he's saying here is that apparently in one of the scenes where there's an image of the galaxy, which I can't, I'm assuming he's talking about in the Jedi Archives. Well, not in the Jedi Archives. In the scene with the younglings and Yoda.
Nope.
I assume that's where he's talking, that you see this little galaxy off in the corner.
No, that's bullcrap. Look up the scene right now. It literally just projects the whole galaxy. Our galaxy. The galaxy that Star Wars takes place in. It just projects it.
But
is he talking about...
Maybe they see something in there. I don't know.
No, that's bullcrap. Look up the scene.
I'm doing it, Dad. I'm doing it.
Yeah, that does not happen. Maybe in the novelization.
No, he says in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, he doesn't say whether or not he's talking about the movie or their novelization, though.
Okay.
Crimson says he remembers a small galaxy projecting in the corner.
Let's see.
Okay, and at the time, what was out?
Hang on, this is that pre-viz.
At the time, the Yuuzhan Vong were already a thing, so George probably just put that in there to say, "Hey, there is another galaxy somewhere." If you've read the books, you're gonna go, "Oh, that's the Yuuzhan Vong galaxy." You know what I mean?
There's also obviously going to be other galaxies.
Yeah, of course, but that doesn't. It's bullcrap.
You're not in the universe, just your own galaxy.
What's up, Tommy? Where you at?
He's backstage.
What's up?
What's up, fellas?
Ask you shall receive.
Good.
Fuck you.
Perfect. Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason I can't find it. YouTube's kind of being dumb tonight.
Oh well.
But Damia, what are your thoughts to our Lord and Savior Dave Filoni's new promotion?
It's going to be nothing new, nothing to surprise us. There's not really much to say about this. I think it's just going to be what's that expression? Like there's nothing new to expect, right? It's business as usual. It's business as usual, right? That's how I see it. I'm not very shocked when I found this out today. I mean, obviously, with all the Star Wars channels, all of us follow. I get that this was what everyone was talking about, but it's not a shocker, right?
Yeah,
he's been getting since Kathleen Kennedy took over, he's gotten nothing but promotions, right? So, and I saw a Star Wars Marvel purist in the Hangar Bay earlier say something along the lines of, shouldn't be shocking news, right? Like he's been doing this, he's had the head of creative for a while, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of where I stand. Like we're going to be getting the same dog shit that we've been getting.
Damia, I don't know if you missed the point that I said. I was like, didn't we read an article that's almost verbatim this from 2 years ago?
You're right. That was when he was promoted to that job for Star Wars.
Yes, but I don't see a difference. He's still doing the same thing. He still has the same pull. It doesn't matter.
I have a feeling it's just title and probably a little bit more money on his salary because I mean I really do think that like even with like the Jedi games and even probably this new Ubisoft one that he was probably consulted with.
That's actually a good point.
Right. He would have been as the creative director for Star Wars.
Right, but
this is a promotion for Lucasfilm.
Okay, so what does he get? Willow and Indiana Jones on top of
that? That's where I was going to go with it. Like, what are those IPs don't even make many projects, right?
Right.
So yeah, to that point, it's like okay, so
they're gonna remake.
What is he gonna offer them, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see much difference.
They're gonna remake THX now.
The sound company?
No, the George Lucas's first movie.
All right. Well, what's it about? I've never seen it.
It's George Lucas's first indie movie, and he made it in college, and it's wild. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, "We're gonna have to start a new IP and make this."
Which one? THX?
THX something with numbers. I think it's 2187 because
something like that.
Are we talking about Elon's kid?
No, that's funny. No, it was actually what he it was his like senior year project in college at film school. And I think that's what got him a lot of like the looks from other people. And it looks a lot like 2001 Space Odyssey, like the
THX 1138. That's what it is. Thank you, Sundowners. They're gonna remake that shit. It's a really strange and weird.
I tried watching it. It was a little.
I don't even know how to explain it to you. Like,
I haven't seen. I've only like watched maybe one time.
It's like early 70s psychedelic space sci-fi trip, or a psychological trip. Like it's not trippy on its own, but it's just like it doesn't. It's weird. It's just weird.
Hey, highlight Sundowners comment.
There it is. We salute you, sir.
It's funny because you said that, and then I had to wait like 3 or 4 seconds for it to actually pop up in StreamYards.
Yeah, it's not popping up in StreamYards for me.
So, Daimio, you have just returned. From a movie, and
did you talk about it at all?
We did talk about a lot more than I thought we were going to at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't wait for me.
A little bit, yeah.
I had questions.
My first question is, do you concur with me?
Yes. Well, maybe even more.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So
yeah.
How do you want to start? How do y'all want to start this? Should we start with like a number rank?
Well, Dog and I haven't seen it, so
do you know who Napoleon is?
Yes, I know who Napoleon is. Yeah, I did a project on this.
A little bit.
You know, Emperor of France, defeated Waterloo, married a chick.
Battle of Waterloo.
No, married a whore.
Yeah, whore.
Yeah, dude, it was like a 5 for me, to be honest, and that's just off the first bat.
That's so funny because you're always a little harsher than me. I said 6.5.
I was thinking 6.5, but once it got to the end, it dropped significantly for me.
Ooh.
There are main reasons. The dialogue was very sappy at points. It just.
Let me ask you: how many times throughout that movie did you think, "Am I watching the Joker?"
Dude, not many actually. I didn't really get that feeling. Look, Joaquin's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah,
and
I really like him.
His performance was dull in this, and I don't think it was necessarily his fault. I think he did the best job with what he was given, but they really overplayed it. I feel like that movie did not, and I know people say this a lot about other movies, but this one actually didn't understand what it was, I think. And it took itself.
I 100% agree with that.
It took way
too. It had no idea what it was doing.
Dude, it was like, was it trying to be a biopic, a historical timepiece, a comedy? Like, it had all of these different, and I won't get into spoilers, and just it felt like all the historical points, they literally played them out as bullet points. Like, does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that sounds like Lincoln.
I didn't watch Lincoln, but this one, it's like they gloss over all the actual historical representations, and then they made it like a love story too, which is like
there's not enough representation in this movie.
No, Pilgrim, it did not. There were 3 times that this song starts getting played. I thought, oh my God, it's okay. No, it's not.
I know.
There were about 3 times that it did sound like the first couple notes of that Black Sabbath.
Oh, music. Yeah.
Trailer.
Well, look, another big point that I wanted to make about this movie was it was arrogantly long. It did not need to be that long. No, it felt arrogant. Like, it was like, dude, go on.
Like, if they had truly told Napoleon's story, there are very few parts of this movie that I sat there and said, I don't think that's what happened.
Agreed, Salty Inferno.
But if they had actually told the full story, I think it would have justified a 2.5 hour long movie.
Right. And look,
this story did not.
When you start, and it was 2:38, I believe, is what the time is listed at. If you're bumping up against 3 hours, every minute of that better be goddamn fire and irrefutably necessary for the story, right? There were so many scenes where I'm like, why are we still doing this? Like,
that kind of reminds me of.
And yet they made it bullet pointy as well.
Exactly. Yeah. What I'm saying, they easily could have shaved 35 to maybe even 40 minutes off of this movie. Easily.
Well, I think a successful bullet pointy type of movie would have been Oppenheimer because jumping back and forth when it comes to Nolan.
Bullet pointy wasn't meant to be like a positive. Like it.
No, I'm not saying it is a positive. I'm just saying like they made it work for that movie. Obviously, this one doesn't work.
Look, there's gonna be when you're doing time period pieces. There's gonna be specific bullet points that you want to hit. But to create a good period piece, you don't want that to be noticeable. That you're checking specific things off of a timeline. Like, and that's what it felt
like Napoleon. That's not hard.
That's very true. Yeah.
But look, they kind of glossed over a lot of the battles except for Waterloo. And maybe I'm forgetting the the one against the Russian Tsar and Austria.
Austerlitz. Something like that.
Yes.
So there were 5 battles in it. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. And this is actually, if one of you guys could pull up Salty Inferno's last comment, because this is precisely what I was thinking in the theater tonight.
Is that supposed to say austere?
Author director.
I actually don't know that word, but but to her point, it's that like you have like the Irishman, right, and Scorsese, like you had these really classic older directors that are given the green light for whatever they want, and it's like you don't need. No, The Irishman was a Netflix movie, so it's easy. You can pause, go watch, go make some food or whatever, come back. Yeah. But when you're sitting in a theater and you're like, I paid $21 for the IMAX ticket.
Dude, I paid $9
for IMAX.
No. So mine was IMAX. Right. And what's so funny is I should have walked out of that movie not only going wow, but also pissed off that I couldn't see it in IMAX.
Yeah, dude. And another thing is like. The cinematography wasn't even like pristine.
See, I disagree with that. I did think it looked beautiful.
No. Okay, the frame looked beautiful. The cinematography itself, though, I didn't think like there were no like long exposure shots.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? The actual filming, like what a director is supposed to be directing, right? How the scenes are setting up, especially the action scenes. Like you've got I don't know what the budget was, but I imagine this budget was fairly larger.
Best Talk said it was $200 million.
So, dude, $200 million. I'm expecting more. I personally, it's just, and look, again, the frame, it was crystal clear. It looked really good, but like, just the motion, the setup of scenes, how characters interacted with each other on the battlefield. There were a few like, okay, that was a pretty cool shot, but like, again, 2.5 hour movie more, like you better have a few like solid banging scenes in that movie, and I felt like it just didn't deliver on all fronts.
Damio, that's what I was saying, where like no matter what, whether you like the movie or not, Ridley Scott always has good cinematography. Like personally, I like Prometheus. A lot of people hate it, but it looks good.
I'll agree with that.
It looks good, but it might not be a good movie. I mean, you can say the same thing about The Last Jedi. It looks good, but it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
So, auteur filmmakers are filmmakers whose personal influence and artistic control over a movie are so great that the filmmaker is regarded as the author of the movie. And examples are Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson, and Martin Scorsese.
For sure. I like Wes Anderson.
I like Wes Anderson.
Captain Google over there.
Oh, I like every Wes Anderson movie though. So I know a lot of people hate Wes Anderson, but I love his movies.
Well, it's not that I think that people hate him. I think he's just culty. Like he's got a cult following.
Yes, yeah. He knows what his fans are gonna like, and he makes those movies.
I like a few Wes
The only
Anderson.
thing I didn't see was the one with Timothy Chalamet at Caleb.
But yeah, look, I just walked out of that theater. I walked out and I called a friend of mine and I said, I kind of wish I had seen the new Hunger Games movie.
Yeah, I heard Rachel
Wade was in here saying that he liked it.
Wade said earlier it was that the Hunger Games movie was a good movie. Songbirds is really good.
I think Jay saw it and Jay said it was pretty good.
I think I'm gonna go see it on Friday.
Apparently,
I wasn't expecting to give a shit about, but I haven't.
More so about President Snow than it is about.
Yeah, I'm more annoyed. The thing that got me out of wanting to see it, because I wanted to see it when I saw the trailer, is the first trailer looked really good. What's his name? Peter Dinklage looks like he's going to be a awesome game builder.
Oh yeah, he's
Viola Davis looks fucking crazy. Like it looks really good. But then the second trailer they did made it seem like it was actually going to be a love story between Snow and Rachel Zegler, and then that's how we're going to find out why Snow becomes a really mean bad guy.
Dog, how does she fit on your chair?
Because she a good doggo.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't necessarily like to pay. Like something has to really catch my eye, and I'm just as you guys know, I like history a lot. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch this. I don't want to miss it. But I go in with healthy amounts of skepticism, enough to where I don't get overhyped for a movie, because it's hard. When you go to a movie, you get if you get snacks and whatnot, and you pay for the higher end screen, that's easily $30 right there.
Yeah.
So it's hard to justify spending $30 for a few hours.
Tickets for me are $16 a pop, and that's without a slight discount, my mom's Regal card or whatever that we use, because we've been building up points on that shit forever. They're $16 a pop. Plus, if you want to get a bag of popcorn and a drink, that's another $16 to $17. If you want
you're talking 30 something. Box
candy this big, it's another $6. Yeah, it's ridiculous. God forbid you want to get some pretzel bites with cheese. That shit's $10 on its own.
Or a cheesesteak.
That sounds good.
They didn't even fucking catch it.
He's like, yeah.
Samuel didn't even hesitate with the cheesesteak.
Sorry, Roland, I have to, dude.
They don't sell them there.
You sneak them in your jacket pocket.
Dude, I have had a friend literally take a cheesesteak and bring it in the movie theater.
Sure, I don't doubt that at all.
We know you do that.
We know you've done that before.
I have never brought a cheesesteak in. I have brought food in.
But you would.
When I was a teenager, I used to just, before it was a problem to walk in that building with a backpack on, a ton of our friends would just
bro pulls out a sandwich out of his
Okay, we're not talking about that stuff. Pilgrim, are you talking about what's the other theater? Carmike's. $5 Tuesdays at the Carmike. Love that. Okay, you're back, Rolo. No more.
Left. He's upset now. You pissed him off.
No talking about the Big T.
He's gone, dude. He's like, fuck these guys.
Okay.
Snakeheads?
He'll be back.
We bullied him off the screen. But yeah, dude, just to wrap up, I don't know. What was your score? Because you didn't really even give one yet. Oh, so you did.
6.5.
Yeah,
there were a bunch of stuff that I was hoping to see. I'm not quite okay with the way. Are you okay there?
I'm just interruptions.
I'm not quite okay with the way that they portray the Battle of Waterloo. It did not rain the whole day. That annoyed me.
They didn't. The battle didn't have water all day, just at the beginning.
And then I would. One of the great things about the French army, especially under Napoleon, is that he used the imperial column. And basically, what would happen is you'd have a line of English infantry, or Prussian or Russian, but you'd have a line of infantry. And the imperial column would smash that line like a hammer breaking glass. And then Napoleon won another victory. And that's how he crushed
Well, can you
Europe.
quickly explain what the imperial column
So
is?
in 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th century combat, if you were English, you lined up in a line, and you exchanged gunfire.
Yeah, right.
Shit like that. The French marched at you in a column, and
so it limits the amount you can to hit. Okay.
Yeah,
you have a line.
And so
sucks to be
that
the
was the French column was feared. They were very good, and we just didn't. I don't think we got a lot of that. I also was disappointed not to see such a big deal made on Napoleon's final order when he ordered the Imperial Guard into battle. Because the Imperial Guard actually saw combat, and I could be wrong about this, but the Imperial Guard saw combat once, and it was at Waterloo. They were the best. So the Guard is a unit. The individual soldiers would have seen multiple combat because they would have been picked from different
groups,
divisions, armies, stuff like that. And so, but they were the best. And Napoleon's Guard never fought until Waterloo. And when he had them go in before the Prussians arrived, Wellington thought he was done. Wellington thought he had just lost the battle.
And I think Ridley Scott
finally arrived.
I think Ridley Scott tried to set that up, but I don't think it hit as hard as you would expect it to, because he kind of just has this one-liner where he's like, "Oh, thank God," when the Prussians do show up. But there was no build-up to that anxiety that he was feeling.
Yeah.
It looked like the whole time that he was just smashing Napoleon. So I don't think it hit. Do you agree with that?
It was hard to tell what, especially because it's so dark while they're in the film. Everything is it looked like a Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it did have that. It did have that effect, not to the extent, and there wasn't any slow motion, thank God. But
yeah,
a question that I do have for you guys. Obviously, no spoilers, but were you satisfied by the ending of the movie?
Daimyo says no.
Not really. No.
What?
Daimyo, you said it costed points, right?
Define ending.
I don't know, whatever the last scene is of the movie.
The end of the movie.
Sure, kind of.
Exactly. It wasn't impactful enough for there to be a payoff. And plus, it is a period piece technically, so you kind of like go in there knowing like how that, like, he obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But the portrayal, like the things like that, like I was fine with the end of Oppenheimer. You know what I mean? So like,
but you didn't like the movie while you were watching it?
No, I enjoyed the movie while I was watching it.
That's the difference for me. It's like I'm not gonna. I'll be honest enough to where it's not. It won't dip below the like average point for me. Like, it wasn't a below average film, but it didn't deserve any praise in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a
just a
Oscar
solid
movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna get nominated there, and there's one area I do think they deserve an Oscar in, and it's in the costume design.
Dude, I'm happy you said that.
Everything everyone wore looked incredible.
It did, and I will definitely give that the highlight. And they didn't, it wasn't the classic like all the clothes stay clean even during battle, because that happens a lot. It was, and yeah, like the coronation scene. Caleb, like that.
Oh,
that was impressive.
Yes. So one of the really cool things is about the coronet, and I'm so happy they included it, is when Napoleon is getting coronated, he gets blessed by the Pope, and then and the Pope is supposed to crown him.
Right.
In the whole symbolic thing that as a Catholic nation, they are below the Pope, and as the guy is bringing the crown to the Pope to crown him, Napoleon gets up, he grabs the crown, and he looks at the crowd, and you can hear the crowd go, oh! And he says, I mean, it's in the trailer. He says, I found the crown of France in the gutter.
Next to Rita.
And I picked it up with my sword and placed it upon my head. And what he's saying is, when I got here, France was a shithole.
Mm-hmm.
And through my military and through my strength, I have raised it above the nations. And I am now the leader. And it was a beautiful scene.
And it's not this isn't much like, it's not an important spoiler, but he goes on to crown his empress as well. So it's almost like another fuck you to the Pope, right? It's like,
right.
I'm gonna crown both of us, and then I'll let you do your, ceremony.
Don't shit for this nation I have. Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah. It's just overall, I really don't think you need. I really don't think you need to go to the theater for this movie. Now, if you'd like to, obviously, no one's stopping you. But it's just not, in my opinion, not worth the money and the time. You can just sit at home and watch it. But that's my kind of takeaway from it.
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think if you want to see it on a big screen, sure, go. But I would recommend going to a matinee. I'm very happy I paid $9 instead of $17.
You have a better time going and grabbing a nice dinner. I'm serious.
It's sad too because I was really excited for this.
And that's go on, dog.
I was going to say I in a way got dinner instead of seeing this tonight. So
yeah,
it's
good shot.
Where was it going with that? I forgot. It's all good. Yeah, the movie was okay. Nothing special. Not horrible.
Well, yeah.
Well, you guys want to fill me in on what I missed?
The
article.
We were just talking that was it. That was it. We spent 30 minutes talking about Napoleon, which I didn't think we were going to. Then we talked about Dave Filoni for 25 minutes, and then you hopped in, and here we're. By the way, I was on the fucking money. I said I looked at my computer when I got home at about 6:05, and I was like, okay, so he's just now sitting down. He'll be home about 9:05, and you DM'd me and said just got out at 9:03.
So I'll be honest. How much did I miss? Because I was done with the movie when what's his name, the English guy who he fought at Waterloo. What was that guy's name?
Wellington.
When Wellington meets him on his ship and explains he's going into exile.
I
got up at that
and
scene.
left.
Yeah. Did I miss much more?
Nothing. He goes to St. Helena.
Yeah, and I saw the island, and then
he goes to St. Helena. There's you see a little bit of day-to-day life for a minute and a half. Two people question him about something, or he tests these two girls who I think they're Josephine's daughters. I couldn't really tell who they were. And he corrects someone, and then he says, who burned Moscow? Chick says, the Russians did. He goes, I burned Moscow. And then I really like the final shot. The final shot is, if no one wants to hear this, mute me for about a minute.
Wait,
the final shot is
real quick. Does he have the French accent the whole movie?
No,
none of the movie.
Yeah, none of it.
I was just wondering if they did that or not.
The final shot is him looking you're looking at his back, and he's sitting down, and he's got his bicorn hat on and all that, and you just see him fall over. And I really like that shot. And then there's there's text at the end that talks about the amount of people that died in the different battles, and then when he died, and then his final words being France, the army, and Josephine.
And did they show him doing sneef throughout the movie?
Huh?
He was addicted to drugs. Did they show him doing
sneef?
Sneef.
Well, so that was the old cocaine.
The old cocaine.
That was snuff, is what it is.
They call it.
It was more of a big Adderall type thing. It
was it in the movie though, because that had a lot to do with certain things that he did in history. Like he he would take it before battles and shit. So I'm just wondering if they incorporated that at all.
The only snuff I've ever heard of is a tobacco product. That's why I was confused about that. But
no, it was early cocaine.
Regardless, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Yeah,
there's a Bob Marley movie coming out. Everyone, next year there's a Bob Marley movie.
One of the best musicians.
But I wasn't really impressed by trailers.
I wasn't either.
Neither was I. I saw the trailer like a month ago or a couple months ago.
I haven't seen it.
I think the trailer dropped for me before Oppenheimer actually. And
oh wow! That was months ago.
I'd never heard of it.
I think I saw the trailer for the Bob Marley movie at Oppenheimer, but I'm gonna see it just because I love Bob Marley and his music. But
really,
what?
Who else is surprised that Robo?
I have his album. I grew up listening to Bob Marley on vinyl. Okay, so it has nothing to do with
your vinyl. Show me your vinyl.
I could go and grab the vinyl right now. It's out.
Go grab it.
Into it the other day.
He comes back with a glass pipe.
Shit, man.
So this is my bong.
Yeah. His name's Vinyl.
I said Vinyl.
There's this one trailer I saw. What was it called? Drive Away Dolls. Oh my god, that looked horrible. Did they play that trailer for you?
The John Woo movie?
No, it's by one of the Coen brothers, I believe.
They
or
really
could be
need
a
to
completely
save
different
it.
Coen guy. Dude, that movie looks like hot garbage.
I can't read.
Exodus.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
It's old. This
Rude
is
much?
an original. I don't take it out of the thing unless I really want to listen to it. So it stays in the park.
I've been eating deer. You know how that goes.
Hell yeah, venison's good as hell.
Yeah, props on that buck.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful
Wait,
animal.
I didn't see that. Where was that at?
Check your DMs. I sent you the pictures.
Okay, I'm checking right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a trailer for the next John Woo movie. You or Woo?
Woo-hoo! Sorry, I'm
John Wick guy.
Picture.
I'm not sure.
That's a good looking buck, brother.
Yeah.
What is that? A
8
pointer?
5 on one side, 2 on the other.
There we go.
Or no, sorry. That math didn't math. 3 on the other.
Looks like
what's this fucker's name?
Yeah.
Who you look for?
John Woo, is that his name?
John Wick?
No.
Yes. Yeah, that is a nice buck, dude. I almost hit one the other day by accident because the rut's going on right now, so they're running all over my neighborhood.
So he's got another movie coming out called Silent Night, and it looks like it's another type of John Wick type thing.
I'm gonna see it. It's not
it looks like it'll be a nice little action movie at the end of the year. But nothing big. No, Nick, not Nikki.
I don't. Maybe if I look
Felicity. I forgot if it was Woo or You. I knew who. Yeah, I know
Mission Impossible. I don't think I've seen one of this guy's movies.
I know John Woo.
Yeah, you have.
Yes, you.
I'm looking at the list right now.
You haven't seen.
You've never seen Mission Impossible 2?
You know I haven't watched any of the Mission Impossibles.
I don't know that, and
yes, you do. We were talking about it. We've talked about it on your podcast.
Okay, well, I just blanked it from my mind because
you see Face Off.
Nope.
Oh,
nope.
Face Off!
I'm telling you, I'm looking at the full list.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen any.
I haven't seen any of them.
Never seen any of these
also
movies.
really good.
Twin Dragons.
Broken Arrow. No, I forgot he directed Broken Arrow.
The Lovely Bones. I've seen that.
Nope. I ain't seen them.
Okay, well, you've got some movies you should watch.
Don't get me started on that. Okay.
The Young Dragons, dude. I've seen that.
Yeah, Caleb, you haven't even seen How to Train Your Dragon. Get out of here.
But yeah, other than that, nothing great from my 3.5 hours at the movie theater today.
And to that point, I wanted to say, now since we're on topics of new movies coming out, there wasn't one trailer they played that I was like, oh, I need to go see that.
It was Rebel Moon, wasn't it?
It's a Netflix movie. There's no trailers for that.
I'm kidding.
Are you?
Talking about Rebel Moon, yes. Are you?
But no, but for real, Caleb, you feel me on that? I didn't see one trailer that I was like, oh my god, I need to go watch that. Dude, I had half of mine. I had half of mine to turn around, when trailers are going off, and I heard people going, "Oh yes!" I had half of mine to turn around, but would you shut up, Shell? Obviously, I didn't.
All right, Daniel. So, what movie did make you feel
Sorry, you had half of mine to what?
Turn around in my seat and be like, "What? Would you shut up, Shell?" But I didn't do that. Obviously.
So, what movie did make you hype?
None of them. That was my point.
Well, I thought you said there was one that you were like.
No, there wasn't. There was not one movie.
Oh, I thought you said there was one movie that made me go, "Oh, okay." I misheard you.
Not one, not two, but zero.
It's not, and it's we all love movies, obviously, since we sit here and talk about them all day long. But that was the point. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make, is that there really isn't much coming out, and we're still in that phase where all the movies that are coming out were made prior to the strike. So there's no the strike is doing this,
Well, that's like the idiots on Twitter that were saying the strike's the reason the Marvels failed. It's the actors couldn't talk during Oppenheimer and Barbie either, and they made a lot of money.
Right, but the only movie that affected was Marvels.
Right, because that's the only one that didn't do well.
Tommy, are you serious in chat?
Yeah, this guy's a troll.
He's my Chris Benoit, basically.
Your what?
My Chris Benoit.
I don't understand.
It's just a troll that shows up to his podcast every Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't been here in a while. It's good to see you, buddy. I don't know how you found it, but
too soon.
Now we're definitely canceled.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Joseph Barcy just finds me where I'm at sometimes. It's gotta be I don't know who it is, but yeah, just look up the name.
These people have to be the same. There's no way they show up within 5 minutes of each
other. There's
no way, dude. They are the same person.
Fire Lord. I'm just waiting for Roman's
intrusive thoughts to come through.
Yeah, Roman's intrusive thoughts. Are you gonna show up next?
I liked it better if that's the same as Roman's gay thoughts. I liked it better as
Roman's gay thoughts was the best one.
That's a good one.
Wait, they're different ones?
They're the same person, intrusive and gay, but
I think so. I think
he changed
revised their name. Yeah.
So not to make this a
Damn, y'all got sick. Moving up in the world.
No. I don't have any.
Just me and
Rolo and Daimyo have simps. And probably Dog. There's probably one out there somewhere.
Oh, there is this one girl on Twitch that was simping for
She's in the other room.
Your mom doesn't count, Rolo.
That's not it. She doesn't even know. She knows about Rolo's hot mom, though. She thinks it's funny. So,
did you really just say that someone simps on you on Twitch?
I said someone did.
Look who's here. It's the same person. I guarantee.
Roman's only right hand. Yes, let's go.
Wait, I'm in the wrong place. This is all one person, dude. I'm pretty sure.
No, they have no idea.
Crimson Law. What the fuck?
This is Zach.
It's not, dude. He asked me
I don't.
And he was like, he showed me his accounts. He's like, I don't know who the fuck this is.
Someone in Philly.
It's got to be somebody I know, but I don't know who it is.
Crazy as hell.
So, Daimyo,
Troll Avengers.
I mentioned it earlier. How many people were in your theater?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going with it.
Half, I want to say.
Mine was like 9%. In fact, when I got my ticket at noon, there were 3 showings of the movie. And when I got there at 3, they had added 2 more.
Now, the theater, I walked into an empty theater, and there were half the people in the in my specific auditorium. Is that correct? Yeah. Auditorium?
Well, so I call the room you're in is the theater. The building is the cinema.
Yes, that makes more sense. Well, okay, regardless, that's semantics. But so point being, empty cinema, empty cinema, and like half the theater was filled. But when I left the theater, it packed parking lot, bunch of people in the cinema itself. So I have a feeling the later showings probably did a lot better than mine. Plus, I was in the IMAX one, and IMAX is just stupid expensive. I don't know about or just in general, but I don't think everyone's going to pay for this movie to see an IMAX. But yeah, I have a feeling the later times did a lot better because I went in the middle of the day.
Yeah. So I think there's a decent chance the movie's going to make either its total budget or its announced budget back.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think this isn't going to be a $700 million movie.
So no, of course not. And so because even though I personally didn't like it, I'm really hoping that this money at bare minimum, that this movie at bare minimum breaks even.
Well, mom likes you too.
Only because I really want like other directors and writers to be like, okay, we should maybe start shifting gears towards like period pieces in history or fiction in a different time period, right? Like I just want, I'm getting tired of the fantasy stuff right now. It just feels oversaturated, and I think if this movie
good fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, still, like I love fantasy. It's probably one of my favorite genres, like all encompassing, right? Whether it's you know Lord of the Rings, like magic and dragons, or if it's sci-fi. But I do think there's not enough like historical period pieces and medieval stuff. It would be great to see more things like The Northman, even though that's not my favorite movie. It would be great to see more movies around that. I mean, dude, have we, other than Marco Polo, has there been like one great Mongolia movie? Like I would.
No, and there hasn't been any really good like.
About that Great Wall movie with Matt Damon.
I didn't watch
medieval
that.
Or ancient civilization movies since like.
That sounds like a troll.
No, like the last like ancient civilization movie that I've seen that was really good. That's actually made really good. The last one was Apocalypto.
I loved Apocalypto.
Yeah, but there's nothing that's been to that level since then.
I loved Apocalypto. Have you seen that, Caleb?
Apocalypto is awesome.
Oh, dude, Mel Gibson. That's easily I'm sure you've seen The Passion of the Christ, right?
No, actually.
Oh, wow. Surprising.
Really?
Yeah. Of all people on this panel, I would expect you to adore that movie.
No, I have not seen Apocalypto.
No, Passion of the Christ.
I know.
Oh, okay. That's a good movie.
But I was answering the question from earlier.
God damn it.
So because a lot of people hold that as his best movie because he's only done a handful of them. Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
But Apocalypto really was fantastic.
Apocalypto is an amazing movie. There's not a lick of English in it, but it's really good.
You're right. There isn't.
They don't speak.
That's probably why I haven't seen it.
No, they don't.
No. You have to watch that movie. It's freaking cool.
Yeah, they don't speak any words.
You know what I thought y'all had learned this by now. You know what the number one way to get me not to do something is?
Tell me to do it.
Tell me to do it.
Yeah.
That's an ADHD quality.
It's funny because the amount of times that I've been suggested something by you is uncountable. So
yeah, that's very true.
It's a little ironic.
Oh, I see what you're
ironic.
saying. Yeah, I mean, okay.
You'll sit there.
Just call me Alana.
Why are you guys even giving him the time of day? Yosef Barsi is not someone to be interacting with.
Yeah.
I think it's Rollo's alt.
If it was my alt, I would know what he's talking about. No, I looked up his name. That's all you have to do.
Matt's telling me not to watch Apocalypto.
Why not?
Oh no, he's trying to he's doing reverse psychology there.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Apocalypto is amazing. That movie is so good, man.
Yeah. Rollo, shut up. You're messing up the
that movie sucks, Caleb. Never fucking watch it.
Don't you need to go, Rollo?
Rollo thought I was being serious for a second. You see his eyes when I told him to shut up?
Got scared.
I love you, Rollo. Sorry, dude.
I love you too, buddy.
I gotta give you shit.
You gonna be on tomorrow?
Well, we've talked about Dave Filoni and how he's going to save Star Wars. We've talked about Napoleon. The only other topic on tonight is Thanksgiving. So there's a lot of different ways we can do this.
Well, on that,
Rollo's kicking off.
I do have to go. But I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'll be saying the same thing on stream tomorrow, but for anybody that's not going to be watching that,
everybody,
fuck you. I love all of you guys. Obviously, as I say, fuck you, I love you. But no, I do actually have to go. So I will be, streaming regularly tomorrow.
You're such a dick.
So your show's tomorrow. What time?
12:30.
12:30. Everyone, go watch the Roller Roadcast and RG Energy. They're pretty good.
It's a fun time. It's a fun time.
If you don't want to show up for them, I'll be on.
It's good conversation. I might be live from the crane.
Tommy and I talking, so
there'll be a lot of
you can piss on you can piss on Roman's shit takes.
Yeah, but yeah, for real. Much love to all you guys. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving to all the King's Advisors crew and everybody that's watching this and everything like that. And I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great night. And if you guys are going to be in VC later, I'll be there. So if you guys want to
see you tomorrow, Rollo.
Okay. We'll see you, buddy.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Adios.
Thank you for having me, Caleb.
You're very welcome.
All right. See you later, chat.
See ya. So I don't know if Matt was telling him good night, if he thought we were leaving, or if he is going to bed. Either way, sleep well, Matt.
Yes. I don't know why we got to talk about
good luck in Nashville.
So
I know Dim Door is going to give you a hard time.
You were talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So there's a lot of ways we do this. My first question is Thanksgiving a day or a meal?
Well, it's a meal, but I'm there all day helping to cook. So. Just because I like doing it. So I typically am there helping prep for meals that my mom and dad are going to cook. And then I also like to cook a side dish myself.
Gotcha.
So
it's technically a day thing for me because I'll start drinking at like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah. So we are actually going to start putting up Christmas decorations on Thanksgiving.
That's a little early, dude.
Because we're both off, and we're actually not. My sister and her boyfriend are coming over on Saturday night and Sunday. And I'm gonna do a little bit different, but I think I'm gonna do cream cheese jalapeno stuffed backstrap with bacon. Yeah,
elk, or not elk, deer backstrap, or dude, that sounds delicious. Now, let me ask you a quick question about the decorations. Are you a Christmas simp?
I get a little jolly, a little holly.
I get a little jolly. No, last time I said that, Caleb was like, "What's a Christmas simp? How do you simp for Christmas?" Which is true because the holidays kind of hit me in the feels.
Oh yeah, I'll throw on some Grinch and start playing a little Alan Jackson Christmas music.
Honky tonk.
Funny because like when all my siblings, all my 30 siblings come over, and we're all watching Christmas movies.
And you all have the same parents too, don't you?
We do. Minus the oldest brother. He.
I about said something I shouldn't have.
Yeah, I'm trying to be
careful there, buddy.
Anyway,
I went up to the line with what I said.
I was getting close.
We'll all literally look to my sister who likes to bake, and while we're all sitting down and relaxing watching the movie, we're like, "Can you bake us all cookies?" And we make her get up and bake cookies for all of us while the movie's going on.
Some fresh cookies though.
Dude, she's a good bake, so she we'll all be watching, and she.
It's spelled REYCIST.
That's funny.
Right.
Yeah, you all see my brother, so
man.
Just dead silent.
I think we're all like pondering on what
I was concentrating on typing, so I chose not to reply.
Captain Well actually had to do it.
Yeah, dude, fresh cookies. I mean, come on, dude. They get out of the oven. You're watching movies.
Or brownies, fresh brownies.
Right. But it's like you're sitting there watching Christmas movies with your whole family. You got fresh desserts out of the oven. How does that not hit you straight in the feels?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love being here,
So what is the go-to protein for Thanksgiving Day meal?
Turkey for me.
It's turkey for us, yeah.
We've done ham. I don't do duck.
That's Chinese, bro, not Filipino.
Duck's kind of greasy, but if it's done right, it's delicious. But
what?
You ever do the prime rib roast?
Do what?
You ever do the prime rib roast for Christmas?
Let's see. My dad always does the protein, so we'll do turkey.
Oh, you haven't graduated to that yet?
No, I have not. As long as it's at his house, he will be the one doing the protein.
That makes sense. Okay.
We always do a turkey. Sometimes we'll do a turkey and a smaller fried turkey. Sometimes this week we're doing a turkey and some barbecue. In the past we've done lamb.
So you guys
really like.
Go on, finish.
My dad does an amazing lamb. We usually do lamb for Christmas, so I'm really excied about that.
So nobody's a ham person.
No, I was just that's what I was going to say.
I'm not a ham guy.
If we're not doing turkey, it's honey glazed ham.
Yeah, my best friend, their family always does ham, and I'm just like, I just don't get it.
But so I do it with turkey and not like you have the option. Like last year I did one, and so they bought all the stuff. The in-laws bought all the stuff, and they thought the ham was cooked, but it was not. So I had to quickly cook it. Oh. And my mad scientist ass grabbed the peach moonshine that I had, and I you're
fucking insane.
I let it simmer into a glaze, and then that's what I
glaze it.
Yeah, it was damn good.
Yeah, no, so we typically the week following the Thanksgiving, I like to make a stock with the turkey carcass, and then we make soup,
my dad does that,
and stuff like that. But I have a Thanksgiving debate for y'all: deep fried or oven roasted turkeys?
Oven roasted.
Oven roasted.
Yeah, I was talking about this with my dad last Thanksgiving, and I was it's like, maybe we should try deep frying it one year. And he goes, "Have you seen all the fires that happen?" I'm like, "Yeah, but most of the people are idiots. You get a big enough, you get a big enough pot."
I mean, have you looked in the fucking mirror lately?
Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I just look Mexican. Big difference, big guy.
Correct.
But yeah, most of them are idiots. If you watch it, the oil's like sitting a couple inches below. They didn't
give themselves enough room.
Yeah, exactly. It spills over the top. Like, I'm pretty sure, because I actually have never. I think I've had it one time, but it is juicy.
It's good. It's good. It's good. My reasoning is one, I use the drippings for the gravy. Make my own roux and my own gravy with the drippings. And then two, all of the sage, the rosemary, the thyme, all of that in there with it roasting. And I use those roaster bags. I don't know if you've tried that, but you talk about being able to be juicy. And I don't inject either.
My dad just
it's good.
My dad just covers it. It does the same effect. As long as you're trapping the steam in there, the meat stays hydrated. Now, we were talking about how we don't, we haven't been, at least me and Caleb haven't been given the torch yet to cook the meat.
You don't have the range yet?
I do typically take care of the potatoes normally and the gravy after, which I don't. It's still fun. I normally do mash. I normally. Well, go on.
Oh, I'm just trying to figure out what he's talking about.
I can't follow.
You say you normally do what?
I normally do mash or potatoes gratin.
Oh, yes. Okay.
What's the other kind? What now?
Potatoes gratin. Oh, gratin is how you say it.
That's the sliced potatoes, isn't it?
It's scalloped potatoes.
Oh, okay.
But I follow a French recipe, which is like cream.
You better curl that mustache when you say that.
Do you put your pinky out too, right?
Yeah, I do.
There you go.
I use a French recipe, but it's good. It's very good. It just depends, though.
What's the opinion on deviled eggs? Like over or under 5 deviled eggs being smashed?
Yeah, see, X-Wing knows. X-Wing knows. I make some mean gratin as well.
Yeah. No, deviled eggs are disgusting.
What
the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, vile
Do you like potato salad?
Yes.
Depends on how it's made.
You like egg salad?
He likes some mayonnaise-based potato salad.
Sometimes, yeah. Again, there are a lot of easy ways to fuck up potato salad.
There are. Correct. I make a good one though.
Correct.
Get a little bacon grease in there, some bacon bits, some chives.
Put raisins in their potato salad. Yeah.
Deviled eggs are fucking clutch. Exactly.
I agree. X-Wing. If I see a plate of them bitches, they're gone.
We should replace Caleb with X-Wing on this panel.
You forget it's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday. He's a bit early, folks.
It's really cute that he thinks he can tell me what to do. He's snapping. He's snapping at me.
He's snapping. I can't help you either. I don't have control here.
I'm sorry, Garcon. Can I help you? Can I help you, Garcon?
Bro, the fuck was that? Don't treat me like Rolo.
Don't say stupid shit like Rolo.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Never mind. I'm not going to keep going. You just brought me back in.
Oh, yeah.
So,
man,
I guess I know what you are going to say to this.
I can't wait to gain 20 pounds.
Dude, I need to take it easy this holidays. I'm already up, bro. I'm up late right now, dude.
Especially people buying or I think my sister's making a homemade pumpkin pie. Oh my god.
I can't wait to come up with a new excuse as to why I'm wearing a different shirt that they've never seen. And be like, oh, it's one you've never seen before.
Okay, are you guys...
That probably didn't make any sense, did it?
Are you guys the Christmas sweater type?
No.
Not either.
Although, I wouldn't mind, like if I had a good friend group that was nearby and we did like I would do an ugly sweater party, sure.
Oh, dude, I saw one with a bunch of Darth Vaders all over it. It was red and
you
white.
You have ugly Christmas sweaters, but they just got a bunch of G's on them.
Oh, okay, dude. He's talking a dog. I was like, what in the hell are you talking about? Yeah, X-Wing's right, dude. That's the joke I was gonna make.
This is how fucking wrong you are, my friend.
It's a new shirt. Woo.
Bro.
It's a new shirt.
Bro. Caleb's Thanksgiving sounds like it was ordered from Marie Callender's.
What an insult. So
Caleb's asked to bring cups to Thanksgiving.
Do I? No, I actually do cook something. I cook a bomb ass dessert.
Ooh.
Oh, you're talking about this.
Yeah. So my and I'm okay. I know I make jokes. I'm not making a joke about this. So my mother used to make a apple cranberry crumble for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and there's the only time she ever made it for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so when she passed away, I started making it. And obviously, that first time it was like, oh, good job.
Yeah, you had to get your feet under you.
Yeah, it was. It took one or two attempts to make it all good. But so that's what I make. And my brother actually makes her cheese biscuits, which apparently are difficult. I don't understand how they are, but apparently they're difficult.
Are they similar to some Red Lobster biscuits, like that kind of cheese?
That
biscuit?
idea, yeah. Not not a biscuit with a slice of cheese in it. Not that.
I could easily make a Thanksgiving sandwich out of that biscuit. Yeah. That sounds fantastic.
Oh my god! Are you talking about when he burned the turkey and they go
get Peking duck at the Chinese restaurant?
Oh my god! So we've got
it's a top movie as well.
Turkey. We've got barbecue.
We got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, and lamb.
A lot, yeah. Potatoes in like 3 or 4 different ways. We'll have roasted potatoes. Mashed, sweet with
bless you,
with pecans and mashed potato. Not mashed, sorry. What's the white thing?
What, casserole?
Mayonnaise.
No, on the sweet potato casserole. What's the white thing on top? What did you say?
Marshmallows.
Mayonnaise is too spicy.
Oh, yo, my buddy makes a mean sweet potato casserole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so good.
Do you guys do marshmallow sweet yams?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say my aunt
yams.
Does
no,
I hate them.
Not a big
Candy
fan.
Yams, do they call them?
It's sweet potatoes is what we call them here. They're
marshmallows. Kind of yeah,
but they are 2 different things.
A
yams
yam and a sweet
potatoes are different.
Are they?
Pretty sure.
No,
sure they're the same thing.
It's different types. So like the Asian yam or sweet potatoes is purple. It's typically purple, and then the ones that we have, the orange ones, are they're the same. They're the same.
Sweet potatoes are in the morning glory family, while yams belong to the lily family.
Fucking Google Lord over here.
They are 2 different things.
Mr. Well, actually, over here.
Well, actually, fuck you.
What was the 2 things?
The the Morning Glory family and the Lily family. Two different families of the root.
Okay.
Today,
dude,
Drunk 3PO was recorded saying he doesn't
is
like green bean casserole. We've since parted ways and are no longer in communication.
Well, dude, that
Green
sounds
bean
like
casserole.
that sounds like Jay has a little bit more
Green
culture
bean.
behind him. That is a total
what?
white thing.
Wait, what now?
Green bean casserole. I don't think we've ever had green bean casserole in our household.
Did you say that sounds like a white thing?
That's a white thing.
I can tell you right now, my friend, it is
not. Sure is not.
It is. It is.
Green bean casserole with a little bits of bacon in there too.
Dude, I'm not done with this debate because these are root. He's going into the genome right now of a root. Dude, it's a root vegetable. So if you were like,
is a carrot and a potato the same? They're both roots. It's a root vegetable.
Dude. Okay, dude, an ube is also, but what is it closer to, a potato or a carrot? You probably don't know what an ube is, you white ass.
You know what? Don't insult me on my stream.
Listen, Mr. Well, actually, the sweet potato and yam. If you were to make me a dish with both, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference.
So
exactly,
I disagree because I've had both. I've had them side by side.
Are they canned?
And I have no idea. I didn't make.
Then this is that's actually a very good point.
If they were canned, then maybe you could tell the difference. I could tell the difference between canned green beans and fresh green beans. There's a big taste difference, and they're the same damn thing. So
100% you can.
Maybe that was it. Caleb, I need you to pull that link up.
Dog,
right now.
what is this?
Pull it up. Go to 11 seconds, please.
Of course, Sundowner is agreeing with
this
Caleb.
first. Oh,
you know what this is. Yeah,
okay.
Come on now.
Yeah, I know what this is. Shit, man.
We got to get it.
Yeah, I know what this shit is.
Yeah.
This is the greatest song ever.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs.
Fucking.
You name it! God damn it!
Amen!
But look at it! Look!
Dude, I might have to clip this.
Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs.
Up.
Getting it.
That might have been too far.
Beans, tomatoes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All that shit. Making all that.
Bro, I might clip that. That's every time Rolla talks, I'm just gonna hit that clip.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, and lambs.
Bro, that shit's hilarious.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The hell do you think's happening?
Maybe if you live somewhere that wasn't Nevada with a bunch of dirt everywhere, come down
here to the south.
Why do you think we're so big down here?
We'll talk about some food down here. Now, where I grew up, everything needed seasoning. Pepper.
Dog and I about to throw down over whether or not.
Yeah,
Dog and I are about to throw down over whether or not you go for stuffing or dressing.
What? Why is that even a debate?
No, there is. Yeah.
There
is a debate
between dressing and stuffing.
Yeah, I do prefer like a
What constitutes as a dressing?
One's more like cornmeal, and the other one's
bread,
dried out bread. Yeah, and I prefer the bread one better.
Go for?
I prefer stuffing. I do. Yeah, I don't mind dressing, but it ain't the same to me.
West Coast blows on. So it's that Yankee in you. That's the problem.
It is, but you add some chicken stock in there and just it's
blow
good.
Out the ass.
It's good.
Shit, dive me up.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Okay, mac and cheese.
Oh,
yes, no?
So for sure,
I like a baked and crumbed mac and cheese.
So I've done the cheat route,
hoity-toity.
not mixing all my cheeses, but I don't know if you've tried the Cracker Barrel, not the restaurant one, but the one you find in the grocery store Cracker Barrel. They're actually a different company.
Yeah.
But if you get that one,
can I ask you if you're about to suggest a boxed mac and cheese for Thanksgiving?
You might be mad now. Get that boxed mac and cheese.
Yeah, I had it last week.
Tell me you ain't gonna smack your mama in the mouth.
I had it last week. If I walked into Thanksgiving dinner with a boxed mac and cheese, my mother would rise out of the ground and strangle me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, it's cheese sauce is so easy to make, and it tastes so much better when you make it yourself without the powder.
Okay, but that Cracker Barrel one is different though.
Cracker Barrel as a whole. No, look, Cracker Barrel is they're a good like restaurant company.
They got good cheese. No, it's not the restaurant. It's a cheese company called the Cracker Barrel. It's different.
It's different than the restaurant?
Yeah, it's a different company.
This is my first time hearing
and
this.
It's delicious. And you toast a little panko breadcrumbs on top too. Yep, there you go.
I could do without the fishing, but yeah.
Look, X-Wing's comment. And look, a homemade cheese sauce is like very similar to how you would do it, like a gratin. So good, dude. Because it's a white cheese sauce. It's a little thinner, like the gratin sauce, than you would the mac and cheese sauce. But yeah, I like to do like a 4 cheese. Oof.
Use buttermilk; it won't be so thin.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I only use the cream for the forgetting the actual terminology, but when you make your roux and then you add the cream,
right?
Yeah, my sister.
And then you start adding the cheese.
The mac and cheese.
Yo, when we actually do meet up, we're gonna do some fucking cooking.
Oh yeah, we're gonna all gain at least 5 to 10. Once we're all meeting, you better have some fucking venison ready, bro. You better not eat all that.
I'll be sure to put a bag of jerky.
I haven't had venison yet.
Yeah, I'll have some.
Real men, dog.
Okay,
I understand.
what's the dressing? You guys have
X-Wing agreed with me now. So
and once again, I said real men.
Oh my god, X-Wing, that sounds fucking delicious. Brisket and jalapeno mac.
What's your do you have like any secret ingredients for that white cheddar?
Yeah, he just
Okay, real quick.
I never eat at X-Wing's house.
I gotta rewind about 45 minutes to Napoleon. Okay, real quick, David, because I forgot about this.
What?
The 3 or 4 sex scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
I know why they weren't having kids, because all the sperm was dead from a forceful force by the time they got in there. Holy shit.
Bro looked like he was
he was angry.
Old titties and food don't go together.
Man, that's like saying old grandmas and food don't go together. They sure the hell do.
Oh my god, this is fucking funny, dude.
Okay.
All right, what time are you gonna start drinking on Thursday?
Well, let's see. Drinks start at noon, so
same here.
Probably
sometimes
10:30.
If I'm in the kitchen 10, I'm normally cracking a drink, and
so
immediately after I crack it, my mom goes, "Really? Are you gonna start right now? I don't want you hammered by 3 o'clock." And then I'm normally hammered by about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it really depends on how tomorrow goes. If I make my thing tomorrow, then I'll get there on time. If I don't, well, they're gonna have to wait for me.
What do you mean?
I give her little bites.
Well, it just depends on whether or not I make it tomorrow.
I don't know what you mean by make it tomorrow.
Make my my dessert.
Way downtown?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, dude, this might be alcoholism, but I don't like cooking sober.
Yes, that's definitely alcoholism.
How does Thanksgiving work for you? You crack a beer at 8 a.m.?
We were just talking about that.
Yeah,
like
yeah. What time does drink start? Yeah, dog. What time does drink start over there?
10 to 11.
Well, yeah. If I'm starting to cook, directly following coffee.
Like not beer, but normally on holidays we have a few bottles of champagne lying around, so I'll pop some champagne.
Well,
throw some orange juice in there and start.
My dad will actually start when he wakes up. Instead of creamer, he'll put Bailey's in the in the coffee.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yep.
I might do Kahlua because I kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah, Kahlua, Bailey's, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good.
What, some Irish cream?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'd rather have some. Never mind.
We do where you go with that.
No, you didn't.
Some Southern cream.
I was going to say some Filipino cream.
Nope. I had no idea. Shit.
Jeez. Anywho, Ronnie, don't touch that.
He's in bed.
He's in bed.
At 7:45.
Yeah,
that's pretty pathetic.
There are 7 people, and only like 2 or 3 of them are chatting. So he might be in the background. He might have gotten me doing the.
He probably did.
He probably did.
Damn.
He said he's working on a few videos. Actually,
he said. I asked him last week. He said one was supposed to come out this week.
Right. Man.
Well,
all right. I feel like we missed anything. Homemade gravy for sure, right?
Yeah, always. You never
from the drippings.
Yeah, you never go packaged.
What's it called? Cranberry. How do you do your cranberry sauce?
Fresh.
Well,
I'm
right.
a big fan of the cranberry sauce, to be honest.
I love cranberry sauce, but
I'm not crazy about it.
To what you were saying, I normally make technically it's a caramel. Like you start with sugar and butter.
Yeah.
And then you add the cranberries, let the juices come out, and then you add a little bit of orange juice and brown sugar.
Okay.
And then you let that kind of caramelize, get nice, like a jelly. And then
now that I would try. I would try that.
Is it the caramel?
Yeah, Sundowners uses packaged.
I've ever been.
He used packaged gravy. What? Is that? Am I reading that correctly?
No,
it's just
like
him making
prom night.
Yeah, just him making.
Just right over the head.
Yeah.
That thing went higher than dogs or lower than dog's joke earlier.
I was gonna say higher than Rolo on a Wednesday night.
Shit.
Man.
Okay.
I
think.
What else?
Bread side.
I was gonna say, do you guys do roll?
Yeah, rolls.
Yeah,
sweet Hawaiian.
Yeah, my dad bakes his own sweet Hawaiian.
Can't go wrong with sweet Hawaiian.
King's rolls, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, my dad actually makes because he started baking during COVID, but not like just trying it out. Like he wasn't
already baked.
He went full nerd. No, my dad doesn't smoke. He went full nerd and learned how to bake, and he makes these sweet Hawaiian rolls with he puts pineapple juice in the dough, so it's and then dude, it's delicious. No, it's delicious, dude.
I bet that's so much better.
Dude, they're so fucking good. Either that or he just goes classic dinner rolls. Now Caleb had said something about my dad being baked. One time my mom made edibles, and my dad didn't know they're edibles. He ate 3 of them.
Oh my!
And my mom comes out and goes, Who ate the cookies? my dad's like, why? She's like, they have pot in them. And he had work the next day. He calls out, he emails his team late at night. He's like, I'm not feeling well. I'm not gonna make it. He said he woke up at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling, fucking blasted. Dude, It was so bad. I was laughing so much. How do you let that happen?
So a good roll hack that I learned from the guy who gives away fast food secrets. So during this week of Thanksgiving, you can go to Texas Roadhouse and you can actually buy their rolls frozen for Thanksgiving.
I've never been to Texas Roadhouse.
Dude, their rolls are ridiculously good.
Are they better than Cheddar Bay biscuits?
That's a different category to me.
Yeah, rolls are not biscuits.
Yes, but as a bready side, no, the Cheddar Bay biscuits win. You got cheese and butter and herbs. Oh, come on. I mean, I don't care if you give me cinnamon or honey butter. That cheese and butter, no.
Dude, I'm bad too. Like when I'm cooking and I'm a little buzzed, like the second food starts getting finished, those little crab hands start coming out, dude.
So go to dessert.
I'm not a big dessert guy. I will have a sliver of pie, but I'm pumpkin over pecan any day.
Same. Pecan's too sweet.
I just have to say that I am every day I find reasons to be grateful for people.
Why? What the fuck are you doing?
And the one that I have right now is that he just fucking said it correctly.
What, pecan?
Yep.
Yeah.
A pecan.
Said that dumbass Yankee shit.
Pecan.
I was just trying to be a wise ass earlier.
Listen, pecan.
Peas in the can pie. Yeah. Good stuff.
Probably Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is pecan though, is it not?
Yeah, it's pecan.
A pecan.
Let's see.
But
so
okay,
I
are you
really love pecan pie?
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, I love a good pecan pie.
Honestly,
my stepmother though makes an amazing banana pudding.
Oh, I mean, I love banana cream pie.
You put a nanner pudding in front of me. It's
okay, yeah, with Nilla wafers and whole bananas. What? Whoa, yeah, what are you doing
Peach
there?
cobbler trumps that. Peach cobbler with vanilla ice cream trumps that.
Okay, no.
Fine. I thought you were about to say some weird shit like no. Dude, you should really try it with like chunks of bread instead of Nilla wafers.
Okay, but listen. Pumpkin pie is
living that good life.
Pumpkin pie is a Thanksgiving pie. But if you're just gonna have pie as dessert on a normal night, it's apple. It's always apple.
Let's be fair too. This is Thanksgiving. Nobody says you only get one slice of pie.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get a slice of each thing that I fucking want.
We'll probably have like 9 different desserts.
But I agree, apple pie, conventional apple pie.
And if you have a nice warm slice of pie, like fresh, you gotta have a scoop. Exactly. You have to have a scoop of vanilla ice cream next to it. Otherwise, it's just not. Because I'm not a big Cool Whip guy. Like I don't really like.
You better have to take that plate and get them.
Dude, there you go. Them hot
that cream off of there.
Yeah.
Sweeter than
Did you enjoy the soft food that you'll only be able to eat for like the next 3 weeks? So you're not going to be able to enjoy any of your actual Thanksgiving meal?
Who? What?
Well, he's got teeth shit. So he can only really eat like soup.
Well, the following days after Thanksgiving, I make a good creamy chicken or creamy turkey noodle soup.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I shred up the rest and then throw my carrots and all the other goodies in there, and yeah, it's good. Yeah. It's my wife's favorite part of Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah. She said.
Well, I think I'm about done. I think I'm almost all talked out.
Yeah, I'm satisfied and slightly hungry now. So.
Yep.
Are we calling it?
I think we're calling it.
Alrighty.
Everyone, I'm on par with the theme of tonight. I am very thankful that everyone is here. I'm thankful that Dog and Daimyo stopped by and enjoyed talking the Savior, Dave Filoni, and Napoleon, and of course, Thanksgiving food. Thank you, everyone in the chat. X-Wing, Salty Inferno, Sundowners, Crimson Law. John Graber was here for a little bit.
Wade.
Matt, Wade,
Rolo.
this weird guy that follows Rolo around, and Pilgrim, and of course,
Rolo's hot mom.
We can never forget our good friend Rolo's hot mom. So, everyone, thank you so much. Hope you had a good time. I hope you have a great night, and a great holiday, and a great start to the holiday season.
Hell yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. We'll see you.
Good night.
Got beans.